All right, so we'll get this going. The military IBA stuff is super easy, guys. So I can just show you on one that I did yesterday. I've already done it, but it doesn't matter. Once you recruit somebody that's military, like during the process, here, let me just do this one. So this is once she had done it with my link for the IBA. So if somebody ever uses your link, they can't do the discounts on their own. And she's also a spouse, right? And so I would have had to do this anyway for her. So if they're a veteran or active duty or retired or whatever, when you answer the military question, you select that, and it will automatically apply the military discount code. If they're a spouse and they can't do that, then when you get here, you just type the word military and it'll apply. It makes it 0. And so then it's good to go. Then when you continue payment, right? Normal stuff, credit, blah, blah, blah. So that's how you apply the discount. For this one, I'm going to go back and show you where you actually like upload everything once you're done. Right. So her discount is on there. So she could go back in now and finish it if she wanted to. So she could go back to the link once it's submitted. Right. So these are two that I already did. And so when you submit it and you get to that congrats page, now the system has changed recently. So you're not automatically going to get this. Even once you register them, it'll bring you here and it'll want you to register them for the class right away. If you're doing it the way I've always done it and you're sort of building that online course account registration on the side, you don't have to register them for the online course through here. So you just keep doing it and you just hit skip, and then it'll bring you here, get your rep ID, and then down here for submit IBA documents, right? Select document, military document. And then all it's going to do is say upload now for fastest, and that's it, right? So you just hit continue. So the best way to do that is have them text you a picture of if they're active or retired, or a spouse. They'll all have an ID card. That's the easiest way to do it. Just have them text you a picture of the ID card, save it, and then when you go continue, it's just going to bring up how, like, whatever kind of computer you have, right? It'll just bring up your file system and then just upload that. The like if somebody was in for a little while and got out, they don't have an ID card anymore. What they'll have is a DD-214, which is just their discharge paperwork. Now, if they can't find the discharge paperwork, um, if they're a veteran, right? I texted Haley this morning because she was asking me this question. That's what drove all of this. So if they are a veteran and have any sort of VA disability, whatever, like whatever at all, they'll have an app on their phone is like VA, right? And then inside of that, under benefits, they'll have VA letters and documents. So something from that would prove their service, right? Because if they have a rating, a disability rating of any kind, well, obviously they had to be in the military, right? And so that's another way that you can prove service. But the most common way, the easiest way is going to be ID card if they're active, retired, or a spouse, or DD-214. Haley, the fact that she has a DD-214, but she doesn't have a digital copy of it on her phone is wild to me. Everyone that has been in and is discharged normally has it on their phone because you need it for anything if you're ever going to use any sort of like veteran system service on the outside and you don't have a like retired ID card or an active ID card or a spouse ID card, right? Because like if you don't have this, the DD-214 is your like security blanket when it comes to anything like that. So any questions on that, guys? The the thing that I do like during the IBA for the last couple is as I'm going through it and we're about to get to signatures, there's going to be like a dead space time in there. I just say, hey, do me a favor, text me a picture of your ID card really quick. I want to be able to make sure we waive that 99 forever. Because if you take their IBA, so here, Haley, here's the other thing. You can take that girl's IBA with the 99, apply the military discount, it'll waive it, But within the next couple of days, you need to get that documentation in there to keep it waived. If we don't, like, if the RLC doesn't get that documentation within about 3 business days, the IBA fee essentially gets like suspended and kind of goes into hiatus. But if she thinks she can find it, take the damn thing, waive it. And but her her IBA will likely sit there as logged for a little while instead of processed without that because we can't finish basically can't finish proving it. But right, I mean the weekend's coming. RLC does not work on the weekend, so I would get her in today, right? Get it processed today and say, hey, do me a favor, take the weekend, go find that. Worst case, call the VA and get a copy of your DD-214 or call shit. I don't even know who she would call to get a copy of that. It's got to be the VA. Well,
I
I don't
can
know.
tell you it is horrible trying to get a copy of it.
Let's just see. Let's see. How do I get a DD-214 if I lost it? Submitting a request through the National Archives or va.gov. There you go. All right. And then download it. va.gov, complete the online request. Yeah, I would definitely not mail it in, but that's what I would do. The other thing that she can do is if like depending where does she live?
South Carolina.
So somewhere in South Carolina, right? There is what's called a VSO, a Veteran Service Organization. Where in South Carolina?
Oh, please.
Where?
One sec.
Oh,
I had her page up earlier. Fountain Inn.
Fountain Den.
Fountain Inn. INN.
Is that a hotel?
No, it's near like Greenwood, Greenville area.
So yeah, so hers is the Greenville VA, right? So Greenville County VA. That's the one that she needs to call. And there's likely a USO or not a USO, a VSO associated with that, right? And so she doesn't need claims, self-help line, pharmacy, Veterans Affairs. So here, I'll just send you this link.
Okay.
This is the place that she needs to go to get a copy of that if she can't find one. Um, but she's a veteran, whether she has disability rating or not, then she's serviced through the VA. Anybody that has served should have some percentage of disability. Because as long as you have at least a 10% disability, even then, like even with just that, you can get your like funding fees for a VA loan waived. Right. So, I mean, all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of good reasons for her to go get at least 10% disability if she doesn't have it yet, which should be simple. Everybody can get at least 10%. Like if you were in, you should be at least 10%. Any other questions? Okay. If there's no other questions, guys, that's it. It's really simple. Um, and for her, I would just get her in today and then just upload that DD-214 afterwards. Well, I mean, just ask her, right? Like if she thinks she's not gonna be able to find it, then we're gonna have to like go back and pay it anyway. But if there's a shot at all that we can get it waived, we should try to get it waived for her. So, all right, guys, that's it. Matt, if you need some help, like one-on-one, sort of just figuring out the let me stop this.